Guys, let's be honest about something that we all know is true. Jirard, if nothing else, is a busy frickin' dude. And for that reason, sometimes it's good to have somebody on your side who can help you out. We call these things sidekicks. So welcome to my top 10 sidekicks in gaming. Jirard couldn't be here, so I'm reading his lines for him. Instead of being a replacement for a true friend, I see in-game sidekicks as a break from occasional loneliness, and if written well, a great learning opportunity for people to learn healthy friendship ideals. Friendship and partnerships in our games can teach us so much about life and ourselves. There is growth inherent in a well-designed game. I wish that was a more widely believed truth, but I digress. Sidekicks can be silent friends that help you along your journey, big or small, or very talkative pseudo-narrators in Hawaiian shirt that say what the player's thinking or offer commentary on anything. Whatever your definition may be, I, Alexander Louis Faciane, would like to devote this list to those rock-steady companions that got me through many an arduous Super Beard Bros series.
Number 10.
A little game that rocked gamers everywhere with a simple, unique new mechanic with limitless potential was Portal. For a game with 2 portals and a few robots, people went nuts with merch, fan art, and even IRL portal gun replicas. The portal mechanic never gets old, and it makes the game so addicting, but the dry, dark humor from the main antagonist, GLaDOS, adds so much flavor to the bleak, lifeless setting. The devs gave GLaDOS such an evil, insulting personality that you couldn't help but want to conquer all of her puny puzzles. I'm a survivor, baby. I'll endure. You can't faze me. I've read thousands of YouTube comments. You're an amateur, GLaDOS, whatever the hell your damn name is, and it makes it much sweeter when she's reduced to nothing but a potato in the sequel.
Well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person.
We just need to relax. We're still going to find out what the hell's going on here, but calmly.
One could argue this antagonist-turned-companion in the second game is, in essence, a sidekick. For those of you that disagree, you cannot deny that having a potato friend is loaded with comedic appeal, as well as sour cream, chives, and other delicious toppings. You better believe that small fry GLaDOS is my best spud. She's a mean robot, but she's a sweet potato.
Number 9.
September 18th, 2012. My dearest Lilith, the fight continues to rage on Pandora. Skags attack our camp every night, and the Hyperion Corporation grows stronger by the day. If not for the companionship provided by a loyal Claptrap unit, I fear all would be lost. In so many ways, this fiery yellow robot reminds me of you. In my darkest moments, Claptrap is there to provide some light in the form of a joke or a festive jig. His mastery of all things robotic has proved useful countless times. Were it not for his bravery, I'm sure I would have perished at the Battle of Thousand Cuts. At times, I do wish I could remove his voice box, but the silence would be deafening. When the fight is finally over, and I can come back home, Claptrap will be by my side, and I by his. I will always show up for his birthday party, and will make damn sure he receives a high five. Until I may see the sun of your eyes, Alex.
Number 8.
Throughout the years of endless gaming and grinding and exploring every nook and cranny of open-world games, I've come to really appreciate the companions that make that journey much more manageable. Even with the increased usage of fast travel in games, animal companions still have their use. Whether it be powerful demon horses of Skyrim, any horse in Breath of the Wild, or Shadow of the Colossus' aggro, there are too many to name, but some of my favorite animal companions come from Kirby games, the Donkey Kong series, and specifically Yoshi. And Yoshi's basically given up the being a mount attribute at this point, let's be honest. That dude is like not about the saddle anymore. He's his own dude. He's yarning, he's doing crafts. Having a silent buddy of this type to aid in your travels is something precious. To lose them or see them get hurt is quite the powerful sting, and for a time, you feel naked and weak. They deserve all your love, they deserve compliments, cuddles, and everything nice in this world. Someone sent me a giant stuffed Trico. I would love that thing forever, and honestly, if I had that, I don't think that I would need Twitter anymore.
Number 7.
An oft underrated sidekick that's written surprisingly well is Max from Sam & Max. If you don't know, Max is a crazed-looking rabbit fiend that helps a giant dogman detective throughout many an erroneous sleuthing. To judge his book by the cover would draw a very incorrect conclusion. Max isn't crazed, he doesn't have a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs attitude, he's generally very useful to bounce information off of and for getting into or out of tight spots. Over the course of voice actors Andrew Chaikin and William Costin, Max continued to be light, non-threatening, and cheeky. Seriously.
Ooh, does this mean we get to kick some puffy white mad scientist butt?
When are we gonna get another case, Sam? Surely the local lawbreakers must miss our esoteric brand of personalized criminal justice.
Max is more of a doof than psycho lifeless-eyed rabbit demon and frankly a lot more interesting than Sam. Max will often allude to a sick and sadistic side, but there is rarely concrete evidence to support his claims. All in all, Max has achieved strangely strong sidekick status and immortalized this unlikely pairing for gamers of all ages. That'll do, Max. That'll do.
Number 6.
This next sidekick is the very best like no one ever was. One rife with nostalgia and popularity with the dawn of an augmented reality app gained worldwide appreciation. This sidekick is actually several hundred creatures though that fit in the palm of your hand. Pocket monsters, that is. Large and small alike, these dudes are by your side throughout your journeys in the world of Pokemon. One of the fondest memories I personally have as a kid is playing Pokemon Yellow. I cannot begin to describe the absolute joy I experienced when I got to interact with Pikachu and got to see that little dude follow me around. It was a hard chocolate Pokemon RPG exterior with a warm and gooey Tamagotchi nougat center. All the talk about strong Pokemon and weak Pokemon not mattering versus the power of friendship finally started making sense. I could craft my own experience and actually be a trainer like Ash. I wouldn't trade those days for anything, and I am seriously in debt. I'm 30 years old. It is fucked up. Seriously. And it was even better in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. In those games, any Pokemon in the first position gets Pikachuified and follows you around too. Hell yes! This is my big-ass Snorlax waltzing inside of this tiny-ass Pokemon Center. Hell no, I will not put him in his Pokeball. Big boy's gotta breathe. I absolutely cannot wait to ride my Pokemon, snuggle my Pokemon, love my Pokemon, and just relive ye old Kanto days all over again in a whole new light. Let's go! I'm ready! Pokemon Let's Go, Red, Blue, Pika, Green, Yellow, Eevee, whatever New Game Plus will be completed. And I am taking this opportunity to say that because I don't often get to say things in public on behalf of other people. So I'm doing that right now because Pokemon's tight as hell. Hell yeah.
Number 5.
As best as he possibly can, Miles Prower has been tailing Sonic since almost the beginning. Sonic saw past this abnormal fox cub, timid nature, and weird-ass tail to uncover the true kindness beneath. Functionally as a sidekick, Tails literally helps Sonic reach new heights. He can also collect rings, and he sure as hell makes co-op a lot more fun to play. And if you had a friend over that had never touched the Sonic game, playing as Tails alongside Sonic was a great way to learn. Besides the ridiculousness of the idea that two revolving tails can act like helicopter rotors, Tails offers a greater freedom of exploration whether he's with Sonic or not. Tails is a master of the skies physically as well as mechanically. He's a dope-ass pilot, man! Look at this dude in pilot goggles and a scarf. What a badass. Maybe Jirard's a pilot man now. Maybe our office is located in midair somehow. Maybe we're flying right now.
Number 4.
A character with perhaps one of the most humble of beginnings is Luigi. He started as merely a color swap of Mario. He was a clone bro or identical twin. But Nintendo and the world had bigger plans for the green and white bro. Over time, he grew into the jolly green giant we know today. My dad told me that if I ate enough vegetables, literally I would grow up to be Luigi, which to this day makes no sense to me, and I'm like, why, Dad? He could jump higher than Mario, but he wasn't always so sure-footed. He's gone on to lead several games, many of them consisting of searching for Mario, because that's what good brothers do. They look out for each other. Your brother's trapped in a haunted mansion? Then watch every Ghostbuster movie, grab a vacuum, and hope for the best. Mario's missing and you need to search the entire globe for him? Easy. Just get drunk as hell, talk to everybody, and learn from the locals on the paper, and look both ways before crossing the street, and make sure you kill all the right turtles, because if you don't, you're not going to find the priceless artifact they're storing inside their dead bodies, which you can then redeem for information
to find out where you are, and then place yourself somewhere in the world thereby learning geography.
I think Luigi and Mario's teamwork shines the brightest in the Superstar games. They accentuate each other, they have special moves together, and they help each other in need. Luigi is rarely the leading man, but he never lets that get to him. He doesn't need the fame and glory, just his friends and family. That make for the best kind of sidekick and friend, and of course, brother.
Number 3.
The poster children of collectathons and the N64 for me is BanjoKazooie, and I know Jirard's talked about this particular game a bunch here on this channel, but the great gameplay, the nostalgic feels, the strong connections I and Jirard have made with the team that worked on it have made our feelings run so much deeper. This unlikely friendship of the two has had such a profound impact on me. The two have such different personalities, but they get along like they've lived lifetimes together. The comfort they have with each other is seen in all they do. Banjo may be the one leading the charge, but in essence, they are equal and neither of them could get anywhere without each other. To me, that's such a strong message about life. As humans, we depend on each other growing up. We depend on our family all through our lives, raising us. We depend on our significant others, and we'd be lost without our friends along the way. And if you're lucky, you'll make friends that end up as strong as your family, if not more.
Number 2.
A game series that Jirard probably could not love enough is Donkey Kong Country. You get big and beefy teamed up with small and agile. The big initial allure of Donkey Kong in general was the mystery of it all. Why are an uncle and nephew hanging out together? What is the story behind that? Who does that? Do we do that? It's a normal relationship? It's not that weird, but it's kind of weird that they would make a game about it. You know what I mean? But you know what? Rare does a great job of just letting the game speak for itself in a way that you just accept the situation. There's no hand-holding whatsoever, which for me strengthens the timelessness of the game, immersion and novelty. You just discover the secrets and nuances of the game on your own and through word of mouth. You might not even discern all the differences between how Diddy and Donkey handle. Being able to switch between the two adds a kind of tactical element to each stage, and it's really rewarding if you're able to hang on to both Kongs as much as possible. I like Diddy because he's so playful but still gets the job done, whereas Donkey means business and is royally pissed about his missing bananas. Despite their polarizing differences, the two love each other and work hard for their goals. The pair makes such a killer combo. But seriously, like, what's the deal with that? Where's the mom? Who is Diddy's dad? It's uncle and nephew. Where are these other characters at? You think is his dad really Funky Kong? Diddy's dad is Funky Kong? That's not good. Funky Kong is Diddy's dad. They don't even talk about it.
Number 1.
Look, the history of Kratos has been a complete bloodbath. And try as he might, no amount of blood washes away his anger and his hate. When God of War released earlier this year, we find Kratos at a point where he's hermited himself away from his past life. As he prepares a burial pyre for his late wife, we meet his son Atreus, which as of the start of the game, doesn't seem to get along very well with his God of War father. The hardening of his past is exacerbated by his fresh grief, and Atreus gets the brunt of it. Most games seek to create a powerful arc of character in the leading protagonist, and while yes, Kratos grows a lot during the course of the game, the true draw for me was to see what kind of man Kratos' son was going to become. How does a young child deal with death and murder? How does a child handle immense power or earth-shattering truths? How does he crack the stone-cold rock of a shell that Kratos has cocooned himself in over lifetimes? Literal lifetimes. The story is so enthralling, and Santa Monica Studios built him into the gameplay. Like Last of Us' Ellie or BioShock Infinite's Elizabeth, Atreus can contribute a good 25% or more damage to every battle with certain skills, and that number can grow, and he gained some impressive crowd control abilities, legit, that I actually used when I played through this game. Without spoiling any juicy parts of God of War, I will say it's a must-play, and I can't wait for a sequel to see what more becomes of the two slightly dysfunctional powerhouses. And who knows, maybe by then I'll have trained Ted how to function in public. What do you think? All right, so those are the top 10 sidekicks of choice. Don't mistake any not on the list that I hate them or just don't like them. Jirard just didn't put them in the script, and I wasn't even going to read this anyway, so now I'm here reading it, and I accept none of the blame. Let me know what specific 10 would be yours in the comments below. Thank you to all the folks that take the time to watch these Wednesday videos. We have a lot of fun, and without you, we wouldn't be able to enjoy more variety in this channel. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for an all-new Completionist treatment this Saturday. Alex out. Thanks for listening. This is an Alex joint. Find me on Twitter, twitter.com/Faciane. Donate to my PayPal. Find me on Twitch. What's good?